Hello, it's day three. It's day three. We're nearly at the end. We are halfway through the week. It's been amazing. I've really enjoyed this week so far. I hope you have. I hope you're getting a lot from this and from what I'm talking about. I promise today is not going to be another 30-minute video. These were meant to be 10 minutes and I have gone over time every single day so far, so I promise today I'm going to try and keep it to 10 minutes for you, or thereabouts. Let's see how we get on. Today I just want to talk a little bit about visualization. And if any of you know anything about Esther Hicks, or you follow any of the spiritual teachers like Neville Goddard, even Gabby Bernstein, they talk about visualization being the key to everything, being the key to overcoming all of their fears. Gabby Bernstein even said in one of her podcasts that I've listened to that she would visualize herself as a best-selling author even before she'd even considered writing a book, because it was one of the things that she actually wanted to do. And the more she put herself into that place in her mind, the more it actually rang true for her, and she actually stepped into that vision of herself even before any evidence showed up that she was going to be able to do it. And so you can use visualization with your fears really, really easily. If you know, for example, that you've got to go somewhere and do something in your day that is filling you with dread, if you know that you've got to go and get on a plane, or if you know that, I don't know, you've got to put yourself out there like a job interview or something that fills you with all of that dread, if you visualize it before it actually takes place, before it actually happens, you can see it the way you want it to go. There's actually a thing called segment intending, and a lot of teachers, a lot of manifestation teachers teach this in their courses, and it's where you go about your day in your mind for 5 minutes before you've even got out of bed. So you break your day down into sections. You might have this fear that you're going to get stuck in traffic every day. So instead of just allowing yourself to go out and get into the traffic and be wound up by that and get sort of caught up in all of the fear of that, you actually imagine that day, that journey, that car ride in your head before you've even taken it, going smoothly, no traffic, nobody on the road who's a bad driver. There's a story. When I talked about the reticular activating system, I want to just tell you a little quick story about how powerful your reticular activating system is when we're talking about cars and journeys and drivers. Right, Steve, my husband, he has a belief that people here in New Zealand are bad drivers, that nobody can merge like a zip, as he calls it, that he's going to see just chaos on the roads wherever he goes. He's never going to find a parking space when he wants to go anywhere, because apparently people can't park properly. And he has that belief, and he carries that belief with him in his mind. And when I go out in the car with him, that's what we see. We see bad drivers. We never find parking spaces. We don't see people merging properly. I don't have that belief. And so when I go out in the car, I see good drivers. I don't get in traffic queues very often. I always visualize parking spaces before I even get to the place that I'm trying to go. And I always find a parking space. And so that just shows you the power of a belief that you hold in your mind. He believes that it's going to be terrible, and I don't. And so that's what we experience. He experiences the terrible situation, and I experience complete ease and flow and parking spaces and, no hold-ups. And it just shows you the power of a belief, because it wants to show you what it thinks you want to see. And so if you have a fear of anything, and you are always fixated on the fear of whatever that thing might be, your reticular activator is going to show you more things to prove that your fear is valid, because that's its job. And so with visualization, you can actually begin to reprogram, like we talked about, the neural pathways in the brain even more, because you are giving your brain powerful images of your fear not being true, of your fear not being a fear anymore, of the thing that you're scared of actually going really well, and actually being a totally different experience to what you would normally have. And so visualization, even for just 5 minutes in the morning, if you have something going on in your life that you're scared of, imagine it going well. Imagine it being something incredibly lovely. Imagine it totally differently to how you have normally experienced the feelings of it. And I promise you, that is what you will start to feel in real life. There's many studies been done, but one of the most famous ones that I can remember is there was a group of basketballers, and they split them up into 3 groups, and they basically said to the first group, okay, I want you to go out and practice playing basketball for an hour a day, as you would, do the shots, shoot the hoops, an hour a day, and then we're going to come back and test how much progress you've made. The second group, they said, I want you to visualize shooting the hoops, doing the practice every day for an hour as if you were on the court, but don't actually ever pick up a ball, just visualize it in your brain. And then the third group they just said, do nothing, just do nothing, and we'll meet back here, in a week, and we'll see how you've got on. Obviously, the final group, no change whatsoever. But the interesting thing is that the other 2 groups, the group that picked up the ball and actually shot the hoops, made exactly the same progress as the group that just visualized doing the same thing in their head. So that proves the power of replaying something and doing something just in your imagination. So one of the things I would like you to try to do today for our homework is just to try visualization. Imagine your biggest fear. Imagine the thing that you are so scared of. And then I want you to visualize it in a completely different, positive, amazing light, and see how you get on. There's another quick thing that we could do together right now, just to prove, that this kind of thing works. I want you to hold out your hand. And I want you to feel in your hand a bowling ball, a 10-pin bowling ball, a real heavy, big bowling ball. Can you feel it? Can you feel how heavy it is? Imagine holding it in your hand right now. It's smooth, but it's heavy, and it's weighing your hand down. You can feel it, right? You can feel the heaviness of it. Now change that to a tennis ball. So now you can feel it's a lot lighter, it's a lot smaller, and it's a bit furry on the outside, but you can feel it. You imagine yourself holding that tennis ball in your hand. And now change it to a golf ball. It's tiny, it's dimpled, it's a lot smaller, maybe slightly lighter, but it's the feel. It's not furry anymore in your hand. You can feel all the dimples, and you can feel how tiny it is. That is the power of the mind. You could actually feel those things. You can do it with food as well. You can prove this to yourself with food. Imagine now, get a piece of lemon. I want you to put a piece of lemon into your mouth, into your mind. Can you feel your mouth go a bit? I did. I instantly felt the tartness and the kind of, ness of having that lemon in my mouth. But if I asked you to do the same thing with a piece of chocolate, imagine your favourite chocolate. Imagine a piece of your favourite chocolate. Mine is dark chocolate. The darker, the better for me. Imagine popping that into your mouth now and just savour the taste. Can you feel? I'm salivating. I can taste it because my mind is giving me the keys that knows what it's like. It knows what chocolate feels like and tastes like. And so that is the hit that I'm getting. And you can practice that side of visualization to really get it every single day. And then once you get good at that, at those easier ways of doing it, then you can actually start doing the segment intending. And if there's something fearful coming up in your life, you can then start to visualize it and imagine it going well. You're not having the heart palpitations, you're not having those feelings, you're not having the anxiety, because you've told yourself ahead of time, this is what's going to happen, this is what it's going to be like, and this is the experience I'm going to have. And I will bet you 99% of the time that is the exact experience you will have. I used to do this very thing. I am not a fan of nightclubs, and I hate being sort of in the middle of that kind of environment and not feeling comfortable. I would feel out of my depth totally, and I would do the same thing. I would imagine myself having a good night, you know, dancing, having fun, not feeling out of control or uncomfortable. And most often than not, when I did that before I went, I would have a good night. But if I didn't do it, then all those old feelings of I don't like this, I don't like being here, I don't feel comfortable, I'm not enjoying myself, that is what I would experience. That is the power of the mind and how much control you can have if you just set yourself up to have a good experience before you even go or do the thing. Okay, so that is what I want you to try today. I want you to try visualizing, and then I want you to build on your recording from yesterday. So we had the 20 seconds from day one of I'm fearless, I'm fearless, I'm fearless, I'm fearless, I'm fearless, really feeling it. And then yesterday we got our new affirmation, we flipped our fear and we made it into a new affirmation, and we put that for 20 seconds on our voice recording. Today I want us to go a step further, and I want you to add on with your new feeling, your new visualization. I'm brave, I've got this, it's going to be a good experience, I'm going to enjoy this, whatever it is. This, if it's a plane ride, I'm going to sit in my seat and feel calm the entire ride. If it's an interview, I've got this, I am going to nail those questions. Whatever it is, add it on for 20 seconds and you will now have a 60-second recording of your own voice, totally allaying your fear, your biggest fear. You'll have the I've got this, I'm fearless, you'll have flipped it, and then you will have the new experience. And you're going to listen to that over and over again until that becomes the new pathway, the new belief, the new better thought feeling than the one you had before. Okay, now I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to give you one of the quickest. Yesterday we did the EFT, and I really want you to try that because I cannot tell you how amazingly life-changing EFT can be. And when I work with people and I do EFT on them, honest to God, the breakthroughs are incredible. It is one of the best things I have ever found for just calming your entire body and just making you feel better and actually changing beliefs and patterns within your body. But if you're not experienced in doing that, the thought of it might make you feel even more anxious because you're like, I can't do it, I don't know where the points are, what if I get it wrong, what do I say? And that stirs up all those incredibly anxious emotions as well. So one of the easiest things you can do just to calm yourself down is breathing. And there is a thing that is called geometric breathing. Now, it's very, very, very easy. Anybody can do it, and it takes literally 2 minutes at the absolute tops. And it's 2 rounds of 5. So the first round is you are letting go of the fear. The first round is just to think of your fear while you're doing the breathing and just let it go. And then the second round is to fill yourself up with love and with better feelings. So it's really, really simple, and I want you to practice this whenever you're feeling fearful. Remember this, come back to it and practice it. So you inhale for 5. So you're just going to breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your first round. Then you go again. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a full round. You always do it twice. It's something about doing it twice in a round that fills you up. That is the letting go. That is you, while you're doing that first round, you imagine your fear, imagine yourself letting it go. Feel where the fear is in your body. We all have a place in our body where we feel fear. It can be in your gut, it can be in your shoulders. For me, it's my shoulders. I feel myself doing this all the time, and then I get headaches because I'm all tight around here. But there's always a place in your body, and in that first round you feel yourself releasing and relaxing the tightness, the strain, the place where you are holding on to the fear. And then you just do that again for another 2. And on the second round, you are filling yourself up with better feelings. You can imagine yourself being filled with glorious golden light from head to toe. Just see it, feel. It's like a funnel at the top of your head, and it is just bathing you in this beautiful, beautiful new energy and new, better feelings. So again, it's just 2 rounds of in for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5. It literally takes seconds. You may feel slightly dizzy when you first do this because your body is used to, we all breathe in and out really erratically. We don't have a set pattern to our breathing. Breath is one of the best ways to bring your body back in alignment and bring things that are going on for you. Just breathing in a pattern, in a regulated pattern, can really change things within your body. If you have backache, if you get headaches, just breathing properly, inhaling and exhaling for the right amount of times, the same amount of times, can change so many things within your body. But that one, the in 5, hold 5, let out 5, twice, 2 rounds. Round of 2 for the let go, round of 2 for the fill up. It's called geometric breathing, and it is the easiest and the quickest and the best way to let go and just let your body have some time to get out of your head, to focus on the breath, to stop the thoughts from spiraling out of control when you are feeling fear. It just calms everything, and it's easy. So have a go at that too. Have a go at the visualization. See if you can taste the chocolate. See if you can hold the tennis ball and feel it in your hand. And then have a go at feeling, a fearful situation, and just do the breathing. Just do the breathing exercise and watch yourself relax and calm and just come back into your body, come back into your breath. And just come back into yourself. Quieten your mind. Just let it all go. And I promise you, things will not feel as scary and as anxiety-ridden and as hard as they normally do.